Hi, welcome back to another video. The guys at FITCAMX previously supplied me with one of their video cameras, dash cam cameras, for my Range Rover, and I sold that recently. So I reached out to them and just said, would you like me to put a video together for you, putting one in my new Jaguar F Pace. This is a 2024 model. So they've kindly sent me their new version of the FITCAMX for this Jaguar, and I'll talk you through it and show you the installation, and yeah, we'll go through that step by step as I did before in my Range Rover, and show you what we've got. So here we have the contents of the FITCAMX box, and essentially you've got the dash cam. They have changed it slightly. They've put the SD card holder on the driver's side now, which makes more sense. It used to be on the other side on my old one. And any control buttons are now underneath. Again, they used to be on the passenger side, which was slightly frustrating. But that's nice and easy. And you've just got one power lead, which we'll go through in a minute. And then in the box, you've got a trim tool to help take the parts off that we need in the car. And then we've got their harness with the power lead there. And obviously these will fit into the car's cabling. The camera itself, what have we got? 4K Ultra HD. And then as before, we've got similar, so it's Wi-Fi connection, loop recording, G sensor, so if anything knocks the car whilst you're out of the car, that wakes things up. Super wide angle, perfect fit, which we know from last time that it fitted nicely in high dynamic range, so it's good during the daytime and night time, which I'll do later. I'll go out and take the car for a spin, and then I'll put some footage up there. So the plan is that we'll take everything off here. I haven't made a start yet, so that's what we've got at the moment. So we'll go through this trim and then take this off. So I'll start to do that, and then I'll record it as we go along and show you what's what. Okay, so typical bloke scenario here. I sort of steamed ahead, took all this trim out, and then started looking at the connectors and everything that FITCAMX had sent me, and thought, oh no, they've sent me the wrong one. No, they haven't. What they have done is made life a whole lot easier now. You literally take off this one plug. You don't need to remove any of this or any panels here at all. You just pop off the plastic trim that is already on the car, and the harness that they've sent fits into this at the back of the mirror. So I'm just going to work out how best to assemble all of this. It's quite a bit of cabling to sort of get up into there, so I think I might just take the mirror off and see if it's easier to do with this mirror actually off, which isn't difficult because it's on these slide rails there, and the mirror will just come off like that. So yeah, I'm going to work out if it's better to actually put all of the dash cam and everything together off the car and then offer it back up. So yeah, I'll work that out and come back. Okay, I'd say that was definitely works better off the car. So what I'd got was the actual dash cam part and offered the mirror, housing the unit of the mirror up to it. But what I found was that this cable, which is your power cable, there's quite a lot of that, so you almost don't want it sort of interfering here at the front. So I, with a T20 screwdriver, just loosened off this nut here and tuck the power cable, the power feed under there, so that essentially then all of the cabling can sit sort of in the back here, and then all you want sticking out is this extension lead that will then fit onto this one here. And then I'm going to offer the mirror housing now back up to here, and just make sure it should line in with this. So this is recessed here, so this will fit very neatly onto the body of the dash cam. So I'll get that fitted on, and then if I can, I'll show you how to do that. But it's just essentially as we showed before. Let's have a quick look. We've got these guide rails here inside the body that will fit onto the rails, and that's what we're sort of looking for there. So that'll slide in, but as you can see, I need to just get all this cabling pushed inside. So we'll neaten that up and then fit it on. That's how I've worked the cabling into this space. So I've just pushed as much as I can into the body. Just what I would do is keep this area here by these slats, keep this quite clear as best as you can, because you've actually got this part of the extension cable which needs to come and sit inside here. So you're kind of making some space for it before you've offered it up, so that the cable from the extension and this part will sit down in here. So for that reason, I would say put the rest of the cable around the outer body of the actual dash cam. Just to note, actually, when I forgot to mention earlier, when I offered this up, it's a stronger body, it's a stronger case than the flimsy plastic one that comes off. So it does take a little bit of manipulating, but it does sit in nice and flush, and it's got locator, just the same as the original one that came off. It sort of locates on the side arms here on both sides, and then it goes down with a satisfying click as it fits into place. So once it's in, it's not, it doesn't move around anything like that. So that so I think that's definitely the way to do it. Just going to make sure I can offer it up and get it on the car now. But from a cabling point of view, see, that certainly works really well. So yeah, let's get it on the car. Okay, we're on. Are all in place, all fitted in. That probably was the hardest thing of all of this. So the actual putting the body on with the mirror housing in was definitely the right thing to do, because all the cabling that comes with it is inside, as you saw before. Kind of the problem is that, see if I can zoom in there. So where these two housing parts join here and here, it's a pretty neat fit. It's very, very precise in there. And as the body sort of this comes up to the car, then this needed to be loose to fit down and into this camera. So I ended up taking this off, but you've got to keep this up here whilst you're moving this up towards it. So it's one of those moments where you need 6 pairs of hands to get the job done. But eventually sort of held that in, made sure it was against this, moved the body up on those rails, and great. It's a tiny gap there, which sort of haven't got on the other side. So whether that will just work itself, move itself around, it's probably just this little bit here, but I'm nitpicking really. So that was, I would say, from an installation point of view, definitely for me, that was the way to do it because of those cables. Somebody else might try, he might try a different way, but as before and as is the case with these things. Just looks neat in the car, no evidence from inside other than it's a bigger unit than the old one we've taken off, so that's the obvious, but otherwise it's just doing its job. So I'm going to go out, get some footage for you, and then I'll add that onto the video. So there you go. I've just been out for a spin in the car, so I'll include some footage of the from the dash cam. It's got a 64GB memory card with it this time. They've increased that from 32 it used to be. So that's good. I've changed a few settings in the app. If you go into the App Store and look up FITCAMX, then you download the app and then connect to the dash cam via your Wi-Fi, and it allows you to go in and change any of the settings or download any of the files that you've just picked up whilst you've been driving around and about. So I hope that helps. I'm really pleased with that. I'll put a link in the description below, just so that if you click on there and go via that route, that will give you a discount through the FITCAMX website. And any questions, just drop me a line. I know that obviously my car's a 2024 and the previous models of the Jaguar are also catered for on there, so just make sure you get the right one. But if you've got any questions, drop me a line. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, it's a bit of a DIY channel, but I try and just do a few odd things that I can for people, and it's always appreciated. So yeah, thanks again. I'll put a video clip at the end of this so you can see the footage from the dash cam. But yeah, any questions, please drop me a line. Thanks once again. Bye.